OnTube's team, welcome all of you to join the session. Let me start with some of the introduction of the Tableau, that what is Tableau, why we need to learn Tableau, and what are the advantages we have with this reporting tool, which the other reporting tools are not offering. Okay, I have a certain different style of, I call it as a delivery. I have a certain different style of giving knowledge to others. I will not bore you, any of the people, by a lot of PPTs and by a lot of knowledge on the non-technical things. We will be certainly seeing some of the basic things on the PPT itself, and then we will be directly jumping upon to the Tableau tool. And in that complete next 1 hour, we will be learning something technical, that what are the features and what are the powers we have available in Tableau, and how we can explore these powers and explore this feature in Tableau, right? So next 1 hour, I can guarantee you that you will be learning a lot, but have some focus with me, okay, with a lot of dedication. In between, if you miss something, or if you have lost something, then definitely it will be difficult to connect. But in next 1 hour, I can guarantee you that yes, you will be adding a very good value, or very good valuable knowledge into your bucket. So what is a Tableau? Tableau is a business intelligence tool which help us to analyze the data in graph, charts, and report format, right? It can connect multiple databases or data sources like Excel, Oracle, DB2, and represents your data in the following kind of visualization. So what you can create with Tableau, you can create your charts, you can create the state chart, you can create the pie chart, you can create line charts, scattered chart, tree map, Indian map. So you can work with map as well. So there are more than 45 plus options available as far as charting in the data visualization charts are concerned. So more than 45 or 50 options are available in Tableau. So as per the business requirement and as per your own requirement, you can create your data visualization. Now, Gartner is one of the company who does analysis on BI tool. Okay, and Gartner has rated Tableau as one of the top tool for the data analysis since last 5 years. So Tableau is doing top since last 5 years as far as the reporting tool is concerned. And it has a very growing market. Each and every company is earning behind Tableau for their reporting purpose, even more than Power BI, right? Now, let us try to understand the end-to-end data flow in the BI technology and when the Tableau comes into the picture, right? I'm using the term that is called BI technologies. So what is that BI means? BI means business intelligence technologies, right? In that business intelligence technologies, you have multiple tools available in that family, whether it is Informatica, Teradata, Tableau, Power BI, or any other tools, right? So what do I mean by business intelligence? When I say it's a business intelligence tool, what do I mean by that? Business intelligence means that you are giving some intelligence to your business people so that they can take their own decisions, they can take their business decisions. Let's suppose you have given some business intelligence information with the help of a reporting to your business, that let's suppose you have for example, you have 4 or 5 Walmarts in a city. So you can give that sales data or the profit data or the loss data to that particular Walmart, for that particular Walmart, that this Walmart is performing really well. That means we have to continue with that Walmart. This product is performing really well, we have to continue with that product. The sales for this product is really well, the demand of that product is really well, that means we have to continue with that product only. This is the intelligence which you are giving to the business, right? Now this is the product which is not at all generating a revenue, then we can eliminate that product from our Walmart. This is the salesperson, he is not generating any revenue, he's not getting any business, he's not getting any sales, so we can eliminate him from our business. And this is the salesperson who is generating maximum revenue, that means we have to take care of him, this is an important guy. So let's suppose how you can take that example, how government of India is taking their decisions. They have an intelligence department, right? Their intelligence department are giving them inputs, and they are taking decisions on the basis of their inputs, right? So this is how business intelligence technology works, and you have to give inputs to your business. Now With this diagram, I can give you a very basic example that suppose you have four Walmarts and all the four Walmarts are maintaining their day-to-day sales into different files and format. One Walmart is maintaining their day-to-day sales into the Excel file. All right. The second Walmart is maintaining their data into the text file. The other Walmart, the third Walmart is maintaining their data into the Oracle, and the other one is maintaining in the XML file. Now the Informatica tool is come into the picture. It gets the data from each and every file. It scrums the data, okay, scrubs the data, clean the data. It will perform the data cleansing, and then data goes into the data warehousing. Now with their Teradata comes into the picture, where you load the data into a data warehouse according to your requirement, according to your table requirement. And then finally, when the data is loaded into the Teradata database, then a reporting tool comes into the picture. The Tableau comes into the picture. It uses for the purpose of analysis of your data, reporting of your data, and data mining of your data, right? So that's where Tableau comes into the picture. I hope the data flow is quite clear. Now, a lot of people asked me a question that when reporting can be done in Excel file, when the reporting can be done in Excel file, then why to go for Tableau? That's a valid question. So I will give you a very basic example then where you will be creating your reporting in an Excel file, right? And then we will be creating the same thing in the Tableau, and then you can decide how easy and convenience it is to create your data reporting or to create your data visualization in Tableau itself, right? So first of all, let me create that particular report or particular data visualization in the Excel file, right? See, if you want to make your career in Tableau or any kind of reporting tool, whether it's a Tableau or Power BI or ClickView or ClickSense, anything, two things must be clear in your mind. Two things must be clear in your mind. The first thing is your source data. What is your source data? And the second thing is, what do you want to create? Right? So let me introduce the source data first. What is the source data you have? If the source data is clear, then half of the battle is won. And if you have clarity that, okay, this is the requirement and this is the thing which I have to make, which we are going to make, then the other 50% of the battle will be won, right? Now let me zoom in first. The data what we have in this Excel file is row ID, order date, shipping mode, customer ID, customer name and all. So it seems that as per this data, it looks like a e-commerce website's data where we have some order ID, we have a order date available, we have customer ID, customer name available. All right. And here we have some numbers, we have some of the column available, which is category, and one more column which we will be using to create our data visualization, that is subcategory. And we have sales available, that how much sales we have generated for that particular category and subcategory, and how much profit we have, right? So I hope the source data is quite clear, and the target should also be clear that what are we going to create. We are going to create a data visualization on the basis of category and subcategory, and we are going to see that how much sales we have generated. All right. Now this is an Excel file. I'm not using any other tool. So to create a data visualization in Excel file, I have to create a pivot table. Why I have to create a pivot table? Because I have to aggregate my data. I have to summarize my data. All right. Go to insert and click on pivot table and click on OK. All right. Now, as I told you, let me zoom in a bit. I want to create my data visualization on the basis of category column, on the basis of subcategory column, and on the basis of sales. So that particular pivot table has been created, right? Now in that pivot table, as you can see, we have three categories and we have a summarized data. For furniture, this is the overall sales we have done. This is the office supplies and this is the technologies, and these are their respective subcategories. Now I want to create a data visualization for that. Then I need to go to insert, and I can create a 3D chart from that, right? In that 3D chart, if I hover my mouse cursor onto the bookcases, it will be giving me a tooltip that for this bookcases we have done the sales of 14 lakh and 66,572, which is quite huge, which is really good. Now this is a bigger bar. Now what about this smaller bar? Let me zoom in a bit. What about this smaller bar? If I hover my mouse cursor over here, it is telling me that we have done a sales of only 89,495, and this is even lesser, at 73,350 rupees of sales we have done. So the business is not at all worried about this bigger bars. The business is only worried about this smaller bar, that why we have not generated business for this particular category or subcategory. That means we have to deploy a marketing people, or we have to deploy a marketing person, or we have to invest something in marketing if we want to generate a revenue or a business for this particular category and subcategory, right? Let's suppose you want to do analysis on the basis of only furniture category, then I can select only furniture and it will be giving me the data related to furniture only. In the furniture section, if I click over my mouse cursor into the furnishing, in furnishing we have done a sales for 3,85,000, and for bookcases we have done a sales for 14,66,000. That means we have to do something about this furnishing to generate the sales. Business is not worried about this bigger bar, they are always worried about the smaller bar, right? So if you're working in a company and if you're performing well, that is okay. Business will not give you a pat on back. But if you're not working well, then it will be a problematic for you and for your job. All right. This is how the world is. Now, what I did, I created a pivot table. I created a bar chart over here. So let's suppose if I have to create a complex dashboard, if I have to create some complex dashboard or some bigger chart and all, then I can tell you it will be a nightmare for you in the Excel file. Those complex chart and those complex bar and those complex dashboard can easily be created in Tableau itself, right? Here, if it is taking more than 4 hours or 3 hours, there it will be created into minutes only. That much fast and reliable Tableau is, right? So similar thing we will be creating in Tableau software as well. And then we can see how easy and convenient it is. Let me open my Tableau software. So this is the first user interface which you will be getting when you opening the Tableau. Here you can see that you have a lot of options to join your data sources, right? So here, if you want to join, if you want to connect your data source as Microsoft Excel or text file or a JSON file or any other database, if you want to connect like Oracle, DB2, Teradata, more than 50 plus databases sources available which you can connect, right? But before creating the data visualization in Tableau, okay, there is a concept in Tableau called dimensions and measure. That should be clear. If that dimensions and measure concept is clear, then only you will be able to create a data visualization in Tableau itself. Now, what is a dimensions and what is a measure in Tableau or in any BI technology? As far as my dimension is concerned, okay, Tableau recognizes your data or distinguishes your data in the form of dimensions and measures, right? Now, what are the dimensions and measure? Dimensions are the date column or the text column or the geographical column, whereas the measure are the numerical numbers on which you have to perform your mathematical calculation. This is a kind of bookish definition, quite confusing. So in layman terms, if I tell you what is a dimension and what is a measure, then if I tell you 12 million, if I tell you 12 million, what is the meaning of that 12 million? There is no meaning of that 12 million. But if I tell you that sales for Maharashtra is 12 million, that means Maharashtra is a dimension and that 12 million is a measure. If I tell you that profit for India is 5 crore, for that particular product, any product. So here India is a dimension. Okay, India is a dimension, and that 5 crore is a measure. So dimension is nothing. Dimension is that column for which you are calculating the sales, or for which you are calculating the measure. And what is a measure? Measure is nothing but a numerical number on which you want to perform some mathematical calculation, right? So I hope the difference between the dimensions and the measure should be clear. Now, as I told you, that Tableau recognizes your data in the form of dimensions and measures only. If I click onto this Microsoft Excel sheet, and if I import that data, this is the source file name, Global Superstore 2016. This was my file. Okay, if I click onto this source data, okay, this particular user interface will be created. Now, if you see over here, you have 3 tabs over here: orders tab, returns tab, and people's tab. Now we will be only talking about the orders tab only. Okay, we have 3 tabs over here in my Excel sheet. So here also you can see that when I import my data source, when I import my Global Superstore 2016 file, I have all the tabs available with me. That is orders tab, people's tab, and returns tab, right? Now, as I told you that I will be working on the orders tab only, let me drag and drop over here. So you have to drag that orders tab and you have to drop it here. And all the data, whatever the data was there in my Excel sheet, all the data is available over here. Okay. Now, if I want to cross verify that how many number of rows do I have over here, I can check it. I have total 51,291 rows in my Excel file. And here, if I give in this text box, if I give any random number, let's suppose more than that number, it will be giving me the exact number of rows which Tableau has imported. It is telling me 51,290 rows. One was header, right? So that means each and every row is imported into my Tableau software, right? Now I'm ready to create my data visualization. To create my data visualization, I have to go to the sheet 1. Here is the sheet 1. This is the user interface of Tableau, where I can create my data visualization. So let me introduce that user interface first of all, that what is that particular user interface, so that you can create your data visualization. As I told you, that Tableau recognizes your data in the form of dimensions and measure. Tableau is a way smarter tool. You don't have to worry about it. These are my dimensions and these are my measures, right? Dimensions are always represented into a blue color, and measures are always represented in a green color. These are numbers and these are dimensions. And this is the column shelf. Okay, I'm giving you an introduction of this user interface so that you will be familiar with that. This is the column shelf and this is the row shelf. What is that column shelf and what is that row shelf? I can easily drag and drop my column and I can put it over here, right? So let me take that category over here in the column shelf. Okay, it will be taking the categories. I want my visualization on the basis of subcategory as well. I can take the subcategory, I can put it over here in the column shelf. Okay, these are known as pills, your fields, whatever, either it is a dimension or a measure, these are known as pills, right? Now I can take the sales and I can put it into the row shelf and my data visualization is ready. Within less than 5 seconds, my data visualization is ready. This is just a basic bar chart which we have created. Now think about if you have to create some complex dashboard and you have to present that dashboard in front of your management people, that this is the sales, this is the profit for this particular region, for this particular person, for this particular area, for this particular industry, then you can easily represent your data in front of your manager, right? Now nobody has a time to see that data into the Excel file. Everybody wants a data visualization so that they can take their business decisions very easily. Now there are a couple of things which you can do with that. If I want to sort my data if I want to sort my bar chart in the descending order, I can click over here. If I want to sort my data in the ascending order, I can click over here. Okay, if I want the label as well, how many sales we have done for this particular categories and subcategory, then I can click onto this T button and that number will be there, right? If I click onto the T button, the number will be there. If I do not want, again let me click onto this T button and that number will be gone. There is one more way I can get that number. Let me take that sales and put it into this label box. Let me zoom in. This area is very important. There are a couple of boxes available over here: color box, size box, label box, a detail box, tooltip. Okay, this area is also important, which is called filter. If you want to filter out your data, you can easily filter out your data. Slowly, once we will be progressing into the course, you will be getting that how and why we can use or why we are using these particular boxes. Each and every boxes have their own features and functionalities. Now let me talk about this label box. If I take my sales and if I put it into the label box, I will be having the same label for this particular sales, right? Now, if your observation skills are really good, then you can observe one thing, that it is not just the sales, it is sum of sales. So it is aggregating the data for you, right? If I remove this pill from this marks box, what I can do is I can take that sales. It is calculating sum of sales. It is not just giving me only sales, it is giving me sum of sales, right? So it is aggregating the data for me, so I don't have to aggregate my data, I don't have to create any pivot table. Let me take that and let me put it into label box. A label will be created, right? Now someone can tell me that I do not want this numbers. We don't like numbers. We want our data to be presented in the percentage format. Then what we can do? Before converting that number into the percentage format, let me format this chart. To format this chart, what we can do is we can right click over here and we can click onto this option called format. Okay, let me repeat that. Right click over here and click on format. This particular window will be opening, right? Click over here. You can increase the font size, or you can make it as bold and you can make it as black, right? Just close this window. Now if you want that this number should not be presented in the horizontal format, in the vertical format, then in the alignment section I can check this one, right? So this number will be presented in the horizontal format, right? You can tell me why we are not able to see that number. So if that number is not visible, you can right click over here, you can go to mark label and you can click on always show. So that number will be shown. This number has gone because this number is not fitting into the requirement. So you can change the size over here, right? You can increase the size like this. Click over here, mark label and always show, so that number will be there, right? Now I told you that how you can format that number, right? Now I want to convert that number into percentage values. Click over here into this label pin, go to the quick table calculation, and click on percentage of total. What is the option? Percent of total. So if I click on percent of total in the quick table calculation, the number will be converted into percentage. The labels are converted into the percentage, but my y-axis, the sales axis, is still in the K format. Okay, so that is not this is not a good representation. So I have to convert my y-axis as well into the percentage format. Then click over here into the row shelf, into this particular pill. Click onto this arrow button, go to the quick table calculation and convert that number into the percentage of total. Now that number is also converted into the percentage, right? If I hover my mouse cursor over here, I can see that this category is furniture, the subcategory is chairs, and the business or the sales which we have done is 18.11.88 percentage, right? So this is how you can create your basic bar chart. Now let's suppose that someone tells me that we have to create some coloring with that chart. We have a color box over here, right? So how we can use that color box over here? I can take that category and I can put that category into the color box. So I have a color legend created, right? In that color legend, the furniture is represented with a blue color, office supplies with an orange color, and technology is with a red color, right? But it is not giving me much information. Being a data scientist or being a data visualization expert or being a reporting expert, what is your primary responsibility? My primary responsibility is that even if a non-technical person who doesn't even know about these technical things, he should be able to get the maximum information from my data visualization. It should not be confusing and it should be giving me the maximum information. So is that color giving you any information? I don't think so. So I can remove that category pill, that color category pill from the marks card. Let me take subcategory over here and let me click on color box. Each one more color legend is created and each and every subcategory is colored with a different color. Is that giving me any information? No, it is also not giving me any information. So rather than getting the dimension into the color, can I take measures into the color box? Yes, we can take the measure as well and we can put that into the color box. Let me take that sales and let me put it into the color box. Now, is it giving me some information? Yes, it is giving me some information. The information is the more the color the dark is, the more the sales is. And the more the color the light is, the less the sales is, right? So this is how you can play with this color, right? And if you want to edit the color, click over here or go to the color box, go to the edit color. In the color palette, whatever color you want or as per your choice, you can play with the colors. Now my requirement says that I do not want the darker side at the highest end. I want the light color at the highest end and the dark color at the lowest end. Then in this particular box, I have an option called reversed. Let me click on to this reverse and let me click on apply and let me click on OK. So here it is reversed. The more the color the light is, the more the sales is. The more the color the dark is, the less the sales is, right? Let me press Ctrl Z so that we can go into the previous state. Now, what is that filter box? What is that filter option? How we can use that? It is a very important and handy option available in Tableau if you want to filter out your data. So let me show you. Let me click on the category box. Let me click on let's create a new chart. One more chart over here. Let me take the subcategory into the column shelf and let me take the sales into the row shelf. All right, I have a bar chart created on the basis of only subcategory and sales. Let me sort it into the descending order and let me have the sales into the label as well. All right, now my requirement says that I want to filter out my data. Then what I can do is I can take this subcategory and I can put it into the filter box. This particular window will be coming. All right. Now in this particular window, if I want to filter out my data, I just need to uncheck this particular subcategories. Let me click on apply and let me click on OK. That particular data will be filtered out. So this is a quite a practical business requirement. If business only wants to do an analysis on a particular category or a subcategory, I can filter out my data. Same thing can be done over here. Let me take the category and put into the filter box. It is telling me, okay, furniture, office supplies and technology. I only want to see the data related to furniture and office supply. Let me click on apply and click on OK. I can have a data on the basis of furniture and the office supplies, right? Now there are a couple of options available in this filter. There are a lot of things to be explored. Let me click over here and you can click on show filter. What is that show filter? Show filter means that quick filter will be available over here. So now I can filter out my data on my fingertips. Isn't it a very good option? The way I want my data to see on the basis of any category or subcategory. Okay, so it is a quick filter, right? Now, if I click over here and if I click on edit filter, I have multiple options available for me. Let me zoom in. This is the first tab which I have, right? This is the first general tab which I have. In the general tab, I can click on none, so everything will be unchecked. If I click on all, everything will be checked. If I want to exclude that particular thing, I do not want to see my data on the basis of accessories and appliances and art, I can click on exclude. This will be excluded from my chart, right? Again, let me click over here. Let me click on apply and okay. This is the first tab. This is general tab. Now, what is the second option available? I have a wildcard tab. Now, what is that wildcard tab? If I want to see my data which starts with any particular alphabet or which ends with any particular alphabet, or I want the exact match, then I can choose this option. Let me click on to this end with. The product should be ending with S and click on apply. I can only see the subcategories which ends with S: phones, copiers, chairs, books, appliances, machines and all, right? Again, let me click over here. Let me go to edit filter. This is the general tab. This is the wildcard tab. I can clear that filter. Okay. Let me remove this and let me again take the subcategory over here. This is the general tab. This is the wildcard tab. Now, what is the third tab which we have? The third tab we have is condition tab. Now, what is that condition tab? In the condition tab, let's suppose I want to filter out my data on the basis of sum of sales. Then I can filter out my data. Let's suppose I want the sum of sales greater than 10 lakh. Click on apply and click on OK. I will be having only bars which are having sales more than 10 lakh, right? In the similar way, go to the edit filter. In the wildcard tab, you can just choose, like, I want to see the data whose sales is less than 5 lakh. Click on apply and click on OK. This is the data which I have, right? And the last but not the least tab what we have is top tab. What is the top tab? Let's suppose I want to filter out my data on the basis of top 10 or on the basis of bottom 5. I can do that. Let me just check top 5 subcategories of sales. Click on apply and click on OK. These are my top 5 sales. Now, if I want to see my bottom 5 sales, go to the top tab and click on bottom. I want to see my bottom 5, click on apply, click on OK. These are the bottom 5 values or the bottom 5 categories which is not generating much sales for me. That means for these subcategories, the business has to do something. All right. This is your filter box. Now, finally, we will be creating a dashboard in with the help of this Tableau only. And you can see how you can create a dashboard or how you can create a storyline as well. All right. Now, how to create a dashboard over here? To create a dashboard over here, you just need to click over here on this button. Let me click on this. Now, this is the user interface where you can create your dashboard in Tableau. All right. Now, what is the definition of a dashboard? The definition of a dashboard in Tableau says that it's a collection of worksheets. It's a collection of worksheets. So you can create multiple worksheets. You can pull those worksheets over here in the dashboard itself, and that dashboard will be giving you the final introduction, the final data analysis or the data mining, which you can do with the help of this dashboard, right? Now, what are the sheets we have? We have sheet 1 and sheet 2, right? Let me remove this filter. And from here also, let me remove this filter. And I can rename the sheets. This is on the basis of category, and this is on this second sheet is giving me data for the subcategory, right? Now let me create one more sheet. Let me create one more sheet, and this sheet I will be creating a pie chart. So let me show you how you can create a pie chart over here. It's very easy. Let me take the subcategory over here. What I did, I just directly drag and drop the subcategory in this work area. Let me double click onto the sales. I have the sales. I can sort it over here like this. And this is the show me button. Can you see that show me button? In this show me button, let me click over here and let me click onto this pie chart. The moment I click onto this pie chart, a pie chart will be created, right? Now, this pie chart is not giving me much information. I can increase the size of this pie chart. So to get the maximum information, what I can do is I can take these sales and put it into the label box. I have that sales with me. Now, numbers I don't want. I want the percentage values, quick table calculation, and percentage of total. This percentage I am having with me. If I hover my mouse cursor onto this, it is giving me the subcategory, it is giving me the percentage as well, and it is giving me the sales number as well from this tooltip, right? And let me rename the sheet as pie chart. And let me go to dashboard. All right. Now, this is the user interface of a dashboard. If you are here, the first thing which you need to do is go to the size, this particular size option, select the fixed size, and from this customer, let me take this size generic desktop so that I can have a maximum area, right? Now here, I can pull that category, this particular sheet, I'm having the category with me. I can take the subcategory over here. I'm having the subcategory, and let me take that pie chart as well, and let me put the pie chart over here, right? And I can adjust my dashboard, my final dashboard. All right. This unnecessary color legend I can remove if I do not want them. I can remove this unnecessary color legends. Now, three things I am having with me. The first thing is sales for categories and subcategory wise. This is the subcategory sales, and this is the final pie chart. See here, we have not formatted the subcategory sheet, so I can directly go to that sheet. How I can go? If you are having 60, 70 sheets, and if you want to jump to that particular sheet directly, then go to this button. You will be directly jumping to that particular sheet, right? Right click over here, click on format, increase the font size, make it bold and make it black, right? And you can go to that dashboard. It is reflected over here, right? Now I want to play with that dashboard so that I can get the maximum information. If I click onto this furniture, this should be reflected here. It should be reflected as well, but it is not getting reflected. Why? Because these particular sheets, these three sheets, these particular sheets, they are not talking to each other. They are not friends. We have to make them friends. They have an ego problem, right? People generally having an ego problem. That is why they cannot friends. So here, what we can do to make them friend is we need to click onto this filter button. Can you see that filter button? Just click onto that filter button, go to the sheet, click onto this filter button, go to this sheet and click onto this filter button. Now all the three sheets, they are friends now. They can talk to each other. So if I click over here, it is giving me data for the furniture, right? Or else, if I click on the furniture itself, it is giving me data for the furniture. So let's do some data mining, or let's do some data analysis. See, in the furniture itself, in the chair category, this is the number, this is the sales, what we are doing for the chairs. This is the sales in the tooltip itself. Okay, 14,66,000 that we are doing for bookcases, and for the furnishing, we are only doing sales of, 3,85,156, which is quite less comparatively to the chairs, right? Now in the pie chart itself, you can hover your mouse cursor that for the bookcases, the sales is 35.9, sales is maximum, which is 36.53 percentage, right? This is the overall picture for furnitures. Now what about this office supplies? If I click on to this office supplies, I'm having all the subcategories related to the office supplies. Here I'm having the percentage values, and here I'm having the numbers, and here it is representing the data in the form of pie chart. And if I click on the technology, then in the technology, the maximum business which I'm getting from phones, because in the whole world everybody is using cell phones. That is why the sales for cell phones are quite huge. For cell phones we have done a sales for 17 lakh 6,824 rupees, which is the 13.50 percentage of sales from this particular segment. And you can see that over here, that inside this only. Okay, here it is giving you that for the cell phones you have done a sales for 35.97. 35.97 means only from this subcategory, from this category, that is technology. This 13.50 is the overall sales for the furniture, office supplies and technology, right? Let me show you one more thing. If you go to the format and if you click onto this animation, and if you on the animation, that means, and if you click over here for 1 second or 2 second, and the style is simulation. All right, now if I go to the furniture, it will be giving you your data analysis in terms of the animation itself. If I go to the technology, it is giving me data for technology. Now inside the technology also, inside the technology only, if you want to further drill down, then let me click on this. And for this particular segment, you can see that you can get the data for this particular segment only. So you can further drill down as well, right? In this way. And if you want to go with this particular category only or subcategory only, you can get the data. From the tooltip itself, you're getting a lot of information. Office supplies, storage, this is the percentage sales, and this is the particular sales itself, right? Now, do you think that this particular dashboard is ready to go for the management people? I don't think so. We can do a lot of things from here. Now, in this object section, let's suppose I want to give this particular dashboard a name, a particular name. I can click onto this option called show dashboard title. It is giving me the dashboard title itself. Double click onto it. Okay, and here we can write down as sales for categories. All right, I can select everyone. I can make it as tableau bold. I can make it as 22 in the center itself. Click on apply and click on OK, right? But still someone says that, okay, in the background, I want a particular color. So how we can do that? What is the way to do that? In this particular subcategory itself, if I go to the color, I want that particular blue color only, right? For my background. Then go to the subcategory, go to the color box. Okay. Edit color and go to here and take that HTML color code. All right. Go to your dashboard. Here, come into the layout section. Here you have an option called background. Click on more color and give the particular HTML color. Okay, so I have that particular color with me in the background itself. Now this sales for category is not looking good. I can select that one. I can make it white. Click on apply and click on OK, right?